Last War with the Lotus Episode 4, Season 1, Virus Management.
Alright, welcome back. I am the Lotus, server 785. Watch the Flames as my guild, and we just started Season 1. This video is going to be one part of a series. I'm going to try and keep these short and talk about different aspects of Season 1 as we've experienced them. As you can see, we literally just started this. So today, it's all about building immunity and virus management. So that's what we're going to talk about, is what is the virus and how does it impact my gameplay and what the heck is going on. So as you begin Season 1, a lot of changes. So many changes that it's going to take a ton of videos, but the biggest change that you're going to see in terms of the PvE aspect of this game, fighting zombies, fighting Doom Elites, eventually fighting strongholds, is that the zombies carry viruses, and those viruses infect you, and there are new buildings to manage to fight the virus and take on stronger enemies. So we're going to go through this one by one. The viruses that are on the zombies look like this. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a random zombie next to me. And you'll see that the virus resistance required is 1,000. So early on you have 0. So this would be a very difficult enemy to tackle, because the higher the virus load on the zombie, the more difficult it is to attack. The bigger the gap between your virus immunity and the virus load, the worse damage you do. So much so that some of these bigger guys, this is a Doom Elite, right? Were I to attack this enemy, I would do 99.2% less damage, making it basically impossible. But that's only at this current virus resistance or immunity level. Once I increase that virus resistance, this percentage will decrease significantly, making this a much more feasible enemy. Now, I already have killed this enemy using rallies, overcoming that damage resistance piece, but it was very difficult. You have to have some bigs on and so forth. So when you fight a zombie that carries virus, which is all of them, you get a virus infection back on you. Show you what that looks like. So I'm just going to fight this random zombie, something that has a bit more. There we go. So we have a gap. You'll see that with that 250 virus resistance gap, I'm going to do 30% less damage. This is a tank type I see on the top, so I'm going to throw air at it. Here goes my air squad, and you'll see it comes back with a number on top of it. Or not, because the gap was not big enough. Okay, we'll go higher. No problem. All right, so this is a significant gap, 92% less damage. This is tank type. We're going to throw air at it. And what we should see with this is, once I defeat this zombie, there will be a number on top of my squad. That's the amount of virus I'm bringing back. There you go. So I'm bringing back 10 units of virus back to my base. Those are cumulative until you're healed, and they cause your soldiers in your drill field to go to the hospital because they're infected, right? So what we do in our guild is we simply share the cords, and you'll see my allies start to send scout planes to me, which essentially heal, reducing that number by 1. You see it up here happening. All those scout planes are healing that virus. And now folks are sending them to me. So anyway, what does that virus do? Well, the effects are cumulative. You clicked on that this button here on the left side, it'll show you at different stacks, what they call it, what happens. So when you have one, at least one, every so often, a unit becomes seriously injured. At 20, you start dealing less damage. 40, your troops start dying faster. At 60, this applies to a PvP setting that you have the plague, that you're going to infect your enemy. 6% chance. Even if you don't win the battle, you're still going to leave some infection behind. And then at 100, at 100, your base blows up. Your base blows up, and any bases around you within one tile receive half of your infection. So imagine, if you will, a cascading effect. When your base blows up, you're ported. So this is a very effective way to break up a hive, and spreading that virus and making your enemy port. That's what the virus does at different stack levels. How do you counteract that? A number of different ways. As you saw with the healing, that's the fastest way to do it. Put your cords out, get healed by your teammates, and that brings your number down. You'll see I'm back to 0. Another way to reduce that is to simply not get infected in the first place. So now we're going to talk about immunization and the server buildings, the season buildings that are new for this. We've got 2 different types right now. There's a third one, but we're not there yet. We have protein farms, and we have the Virus Research Institute. Okay, so these protein farms have to be unlocked. It's a server accomplishment. It's over here in the Season 1 button. And essentially, everybody donates food or crystals, and eventually the first protein lab, protein farm is unlocked. It's at level 1, obviously. You have to get it to level 10 to get the next one unlocked. So, pro tip, don't put all of your resources into one farm, taking it way past 10. Bring it to 10, make the next one. Bring that to 10, make the next one. So on and so forth until you have all 4 or 5 if you have the season pass. So now you have your protein farms. Your virus immunity lab or virus research institute is unlocked. The higher the level of this building, the more resistance that you have, basically. The stronger enemies that you can take on because your damage is less reduced. So how do you increase this level? With the protein that you farm, right? So I've got enough here to level this up. I'm going to upgrade. And now I've got more resistance. You click on this icon, you see exactly how much you have. Now I have 1500, so a lot of enemies will become that much easier. I'll carry that much virus load back to my base, so on and so forth. Okay, how do I get the resources to increase my protein farm levels? See that it's these crystals. Right? If you click on the obtain button, it'll tell you that, okay, so say you have items, you can use those. Alternatively, getting first kill rewards, and these reset daily, right, will net you crystals. The key ones that you want to get are the kill at least 1 Doomwalker a day. And then you can kill the small zombies, 1 per type, 1 per level, and you'll get crystals for that daily. As well as the Doom Elites, killing 1 per level will get you more crystals. So say you're capped out, you can't kill anymore because your immunity isn't high enough. That's okay. The next day you can kill up to that same level. Hopefully you get enough crystals to boost your farms. Hopefully that will help you get enough protein to boost your immunity level, and over time you'll be able to tackle bigger and stronger enemies. So we've covered a lot, but this is basically how to maneuver through all of this. We have so much more to talk about Season 1, but like I said, I wanted to keep this short. So your key things to do, takeaway is get your protein farms, get as many as you can so you can start generating those resources, get them as high as you can using the crystals that you get from the zombies, right? Do those first kill awards, Help your friends get theirs, right? Throw on rallies. Your resistance is the factor in your damage. So, just because your friend has a lower resistance doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to impact you. It'll impact you in the way that their squad will be less effective, but it won't impact your actual damage. Your own resistance does that. So that's it. Again, I'm the Lotus, server 785. I hope this has been a helpful video on managing virus in Season 1. Stay tuned for more videos going over different other aspects of this new season. Be well.